I think on like a 2-year time horizon, I have a sense right now that a great deal of discourse around AI isn't fundamentally bought in to the power of the technology and to the inadequacy of our current institutions to control and monitor that technology. And this is like discourse happening among people who are worried about it, who write it off as, a stochastic parrot or something, as well as people who are excited about it, like, effective accelerationists on Twitter who are kind of like role playing this like pro technology attitude without taking seriously like how important a dual use technology like this really would be. And then even among the people who fundamentally buy that it's going to be powerful, I think I sense some undeserved trust in the institutions developing it, where, it's very easy to hear US Congress people talking about the fact that regulation would be a terrible idea right now because we just can't slow down industry relative to our natural adversaries. And like implicit in this is this assumption that the kind of free market model where like the companies are setting their own standards for the technology and operating in their own kind of dark quarters of the industry and putting up their own walled garden where they're keeping all of their activities to themselves. Mm-hmm. There's like an assumption that that's going to work for us, that will actually lead us to developing this economically valuable, prosperous technology before other countries do or something. And so the fundamental goal that I have is that we can contribute to the public discourse in a way that both convinces the people who don't believe that this technology is a big deal, that it really is a big deal, and that there's evidence for this. And there's like mounting evidence in the research being done on these models, and the companies themselves, when they tell you it's a big deal, they're not doing that because they're trying to increase their market share, or to the extent that that's like a benefit they're getting out of it. It's an unfortunate coincidence because they're just right. Their reasoning is solid, and they'll walk you through it, and you can walk through it yourself. And then even among the people who believe that it's going to be a big deal, to convince them that the institutions are not prepared for this. Mm-hmm. And some of them will admit that to you. Some of them will not admit that to you, but look at their track record and you'll be able to see that they're not prepared for this. And so hopefully, in 2027, those two beliefs are kind of table stakes for anyone having a serious conversation about what we do about AI. You have to know it's a big deal. You have to know that we're not prepared.